Hi, everyone, and welcome to Odyssey of the Mind. My name is Dr. Lynn Larson, and I am the SoCal Volunteer State Director. And I've had the pleasure of being an OM virtual team member for the last 2 years as well. This is a program where kids have the opportunity to be creative and think beyond the box, and most importantly, where the kids get to solve the problem. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this introductory presentation so you have a better understanding as you travel through the training. You're participating in this first step of training by simply watching this video. We thank you so very much for being a coach. It is an important role as you guide your team through the journey of Odyssey of the Mind, and we deeply appreciate your time and commitment to your team. After watching this introductory video, you will work through the online coursework, which is self-paced and is designed to be completed piece by piece or all in one sitting, whichever works best for you. This year, we have created separate training modules for new and experienced coaches, but all coaches, whether they are new or experienced, must complete the new coach modules if you have not already done so. The online course modules will give you the foundation of information on the main elements of the program. A live webinar run by experts in many different areas of Odyssey will share practical application skills for you to use while coaching your team. We will offer 3 live webinar times and dates this year. Check our SoCal website Coach tab for more information. There will also be additional optional webinars available with very specific focus topics. Our state association problem captains will have problem-specific videos available for you and your team to view later this season. Each of these training steps builds upon each other, so be sure to complete each step prior to attending the next one. To make the most of everyone's time involved, we will cover from the current point forward and will not review previous steps. So please come to the next jump-off point prepared and ready to go. And now a little more about this fabulous program. Odyssey of the Mind is a creative problem-solving program for kids beginning as young as kindergarten and all the way through college and beyond. Teams are allowed to have up to 7 members. The program began in the late 70s and has been active in California since 1982. SoCal Odyssey of the Mind is a nonprofit 501c3 organization and is completely volunteer run. We appreciate any donations of time and expertise, as well as any financial assistance you or your corporation may be able to provide. Odyssey of the Mind can be operated as an after-school program, as an enrichment class, or integrated into the school curriculum. Odyssey of the Mind teaches students to think beyond the box and to work together to develop creative solutions to broadly defined problems. We have many resources to support you on your coaching journey. We have coaches training materials that include these presentations, your online training modules, a handbook, and online course information. Our SoCal Odyssey website is filled with many different links, resources, and information. Be sure to check it out. There is a coach tab just for you. Social media is used to share the latest information from Odyssey HQ and much more. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. We also have a Google Drive folder with lots of important information, including every email that is sent out to coaches. Be sure to check this resource often. Each region also has a regional director who can answer questions specific to your geographic area. Don't hesitate to reach out to them. They are here for you. We have Peter Doe in the Inland Empire, Debbie Neff in the LA Basin, Angela Shanahan in our coastal San Diego region, and I'm serving as the regional director for our South Central Valley this year. Let's discuss a short history of Odyssey of the Mind. It was started by Dr. Sam Mikolas, who is kindly known to Omers as Dr. Sam. In 1978, he challenged his college students to solve problems in unusual and creative ways, and then had them present their solutions in a competition for the community to see. Over time, the program was expanded to New Jersey high schools and was originally known as Olympics of the Mind. Creative Competitions, Inc., or CCI, was formed to develop the problems each year and administer the program nationally and at the international level. Nonprofit associations in the individual states and countries run the program for their local areas. So what is Odyssey of the Mind? As I mentioned, it is an international creative problem-solving program, and it culminates each year with the top teams from across the US and around the world presenting their solutions at World Finals. The premise of this program is that creativity is a skill that can be taught and further developed with practice. The focus is to develop broad, independent thinking abilities through a challenging and fun learning process by encouraging students to think beyond the box and take paths less traveled. Teams present their unique and creative solutions in an 8-minute performance at regional tournaments. Top teams advance to our state tournament, and top teams from there can advance to World Finals. Teams are rewarded for their creativity and calculated risk-taking in their solution of their selected problem. We believe that every team presenting a solution is a winner. Teams learn the most through the process of developing their solutions and learning how to work as a team to solve problems on the spot. Odyssey of the Mind also supports STEM, STEAM, and 21st century skills. Some of the core content areas supported by team solutions include language arts, mathematics, geography, science, economics, civics, and history. It also supports interdisciplinary themes such as global awareness, financial, economic, and business themes, entrepreneurship, environmental, health, and civic literacy. And additionally, life and career skills are addressed such as communication, collaboration, critical thinking, teamwork, budgeting, leadership, technical skills, and of course, problem solving. Participation in Odyssey of the Mind encourages the development of flexibility and adaptability, productivity and accountability, as well as responsibility and social cross-cultural skills. Let's take a look at the program structure and memberships. First, new this season, there are 2 types of national memberships. The first option is the in-person membership. The cost for this is $135 for a group of 5 teams, plus an unlimited number of primary teams. This is for groups who have a school, homeschool, or community organization sponsoring them. These teams can only present their solutions at in-person tournaments. The second separate option is the virtual membership, and it is $125 for 1 team. This is for teams that do not have a sponsor and may be gathering from more than 1 location. These teams can only present their virtual solutions for problems 2 or 3 or primary at the virtual tournament run by the national office. Once a school or community group is registered, they will receive access to a copy of each of the long-term problems and their program guide as online and paper documents. The second step is to pay for the membership's SoCal State Association membership, which will register your group at the state level. These funds are used to run our state tournament, training sessions, and maintain the program in SoCal. This will be invoiced to you after your national membership is purchased. The third step is to pay your team's regional tournament fee. This is for in-person teams only. Each team competing in a regional tournament pays a registration fee per team. This fee is paid in December or January of the competition year when the team registers for the tournament. What is the structure of an Odyssey team? First, teams are formed by 5 to 7 students who agree to work together to create a solution for the long-term problem. At the tournament, all team members participate in the long-term presentation and solve a spontaneous problem, which we'll talk about more in the webinar. A maximum of 7 minds can work on the long-term problem. For example, if the team started with 7 members and one of the team members dropped, then a maximum of 7 children have already worked on the problem, or 7 minds. So another team member could not be added unless the team started their solution from scratch. However, if a team started with 6 members and a team member dropped, then another team member could be added because no more than a total of 7 minds have worked on the problem. In addition, the teams participate within designated age divisions. In the US, these are based upon the grade of the oldest team member. We have age divisions for primary through college and beyond. You can see the breakdown of the divisions here. Let us now take a look at the 3 components of Odyssey of the Mind. First is the long-term problem solution, which is worth up to 200 points at the tournament. Each long-term problem has specific rules and scoring elements, which are described in the problem details. Teams present their solution in an 8-minute performance in front of trained judges at the tournament. The second element is spontaneous, which is worth up to 100 points. Teams are given a problem to solve on the spot at the tournament and are judged by a different panel of trained judges. There are 3 types of spontaneous problems: verbal, verbal hands-on, and hands-on. Teams do not know which type of problem they will receive, so it is always good to practice all three different types regularly with your team. The third component is style. This is the elaboration of the long-term solution and addresses the team's unique approach to solving the problem or how their solution sets them apart from the rest. Team scores from long-term, style, and spontaneous are combined for their total score at the tournament. Each year, 6 new long-term problems are written and issued by Odyssey of the Mind National for teams to solve. Let's take a look at the long-term problems for this season. Problem 1 is the vehicle problem, and this year it is called Escape Vroom. Problem 2 is the technical problem. This year it is called Odyssey Reinvention. Problem 3 is the classics problem. It is called, insert name here, the musical production. Problem 4 is the balsa wood structure problem. This year is Matryoshka structure. Problem 5 is the performance problem. It is called Life is a Circus. And problem 6 is the primary problem for kindergarten to second grade, and it is titled Tricycle Transport. It is a non-competitive problem in that teams do not receive scores, but they do get feedback from the judges. All primary teams get a medal at the regional tournament. The problem synopses can be found on the state and national website. These are simply brief descriptions, so do not attempt to solve the problem from these descriptions. There are cost limits for each problem that range from $125 to $145. This encourages teams to use materials in unique and creative ways. In California, we have 3 levels of tournaments for our in-person teams. Regional. This regional tournament is one in your geographic area. Based on advancement guidelines, the top teams are advanced to the SoCal State Association tournament. At the state association level, we have the tournament for teams that advance from regionals. The top 2 teams in each problem and division, plus Renatra Fusca Outstanding Creativity recipients, will advance to the World Finals. For World Finals, teams from California, the other states in the US, and countries from all over the world come together to let their creativity shine. The traditional in-person membership tournament will take place, conditions permitting, in late May at Iowa State University. The virtual membership World Finals tournament will take place online in May or June. We will have more details about both of these events later in the season. As always, safety is our top priority. Due to the current health and safety conditions in our state, the SoCal State Association would like to ask that you and your team throughout the season follow the safety guidelines set by your local, county, state, and national government agencies. Follow the safety guidelines set by your school district, school, or community group if sponsored. Maintain flexibility and understanding as health and safety guidelines may change during the season. Make good choices for yourself and those around you. We encourage you to check out all the opportunities we have for support. You can check out the coach information tab on our state website, SoCalOdyssey.org. You can check out the Odyssey of the Mind website at odysseyofthemind.com. And again, we encourage you to follow our state social media sites for more tips and information. We have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can reach out to your regional director, and you can always email me at socaldirector@socalodyssey.org, and I'll get you going in the right direction. Be sure to complete the appropriate online self-paced modules before attending a live webinar. Our webinars will be differentiated for new coaches and returning coaches. We look forward to your participation at the webinar for coaches training. We have 3 dates available, so one should fit into your schedule. Please note that we will start right on time, so we appreciate you being on time. Once you have signed up and have completed the online coursework, you will have access to additional resource videos and materials. Thank you to everyone who assisted in the development of our new coach training, and to the Colorado Odyssey of the Mind for sharing their training materials in the true spirit of Odyssey. Thank you for your dedication to supporting students in their journey of creativity and thinking beyond the box. Be safe, and we look forward to seeing you at one of our live webinars later this fall.